you struggle emotionally and do you have like spiritual battles that's going on in your mind and going on every single day? You know, you're attacked with anxiety, worry, depression. You're feeling like discouraged and you're feeling really distant from God, right? And there's like spiritual warfare, you know, in your mind. You know, your mind's being under attack and it's bringing all sorts of depression and all sorts of fear in your life. You just start to change things in your life because the enemy always attacks the mind. He always attacks the way you think. He always puts strongholds in your mind. The Bible speaks about how the enemy fires fiery darts into your mind. The fiery darts of the enemy. The fiery darts of the enemy are words, discouraging words, words that tear you down, words that bring snares and bondage. They are the fiery darts of the enemy. So we need to fortify our mind with godly things. Fortify your mind with the word. Fortify your mind with giving God praise and glory. Fortify your mind with things, with heavenly things. The Bible says, or the Apostle Paul said in the New Testament, for us to look up into the heavens and keep our eyes focused on things that are above and not on things that are beneath, and to keep our eyes focused on Jesus Christ, who is seated on the right hand of the Father. So Paul is saying for us to have a heavenly mindset, look upwards, because what you need to understand is that if you don't have a heavenly mindset, if you're not looking towards the heavens, if you're not in the word, okay, what happens is that by default, the devil is going to put all forms of craziness and flesh in your mind. So you're either going to be following the flesh or you're going to be following the spirit. It's either or. There is no half and half. It's either you're in the flesh or you're in the spirit. With your decisions, with the way you think, with the things that you do during the day and in your life, you're either in the spirit or you're in the flesh. So what I'm saying is that what we need to do is that we have to purposefully be spiritual, purposefully be in the word. Okay, because if you don't do it purposefully, you're going to be in the flesh by default. If you're not in the word, reading the Bible consistently, and you're renewing your mind, if you're not doing that, then what's going to happen is that you're going to end up with the enemy firing fiery darts in your mind, depression, anxiety, fear, unforgiveness and bitterness. It starts to be fired in your mind. The devil brings you into the past and says, oh, this sin you done, that sin you done, God's not going to forgive you, and all that sort of stuff. That's what's going to bombard your mind when you're not being spiritual, when your mind is not consumed with heavenly things, when your mind's not consumed with the word. When your mind's not consumed, that's going to be those demonic thoughts and those attacks from the enemy will be in your mind as at default, just like a default thing. That's what's going to happen. So this is the reason why the Bible always speaks to us about our thinking, what we meditate upon, to meditate upon the things of God. Even in the book of Joshua, chapter 1, verse 8, God said to, or